Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fifi Quest. It's good to be here. It's good to see you. I don't know where you are, or where you're listening from, or where you're watching this. You could be in a remote ice station in Barrow, Alaska, the northernmost town on the planet, where a thing of oatmeal costs like $14 because they can't get food up there. You could be there. You could be imprisoned and using your brief moment of internet time to watch this transgendered podcast. A lot of things could happen. You could be... I don't know, you know what, I should ask people. I don't know, by the way, yeah, I'm going to put that out there. If you're out there and you're a listener, if you want to email fifiquestpodcast@gmail.com and tell me how and where you listen to this, I'd love to hear it, because that'd be crazy. Maybe you listened to it before a night of vigorous lovemaking. Maybe you listen to it for your daily dose of positivity before you go stalk the streets at night, terrorizing sex workers and the vulnerable and playing with their blood and organs. You could do that. You know what? This is a positive podcast, everyone. And who needs positivity more than psychosexual murderers? You might say, they need it most of all. Why are you listening to this when you could give your phone to a murderer or someone who disembowels children for fun? You should go knock on their door right now and be like, "Hey, mister, I got something for you. Put down those child innards, buddy. Have I got the show for you?" It's Fifi Quest. Anyway. So here I am. I'm back in the apartment. The last episode of Fifi Quest I did was a live stream from the Comedy Store podcast. The Comedy Store YouTube channel, we live streamed that. And people have asked me, when are we going to see the live stream podcast? Just mixed it, and we streamed it on their YouTube channel, right? And they go, "You recorded it, right? When are you going to release it to, when are you going to release it to your feed, Fifi, the regular show feed?" And, what I'm thinking is, I won't. Because on that live stream, I was pretty much doing stand-up for a half hour for the podcast that day, and I don't do stand-up anymore. I don't do stand-up anymore, guys. Well, that felt really good to share. I'm a little sad and it's a little bittersweet, but I'm smiling. I feel really good saying that. I guess I'll just tell you guys what happened. Little backstory on me. I mean, I've been in LA about 9 years now, and I pretty much didn't do anything else other than stand-up that whole time. I pretty much didn't care about anything else. I had it in my mind that, look, in order to achieve a dream, you gotta do nothing else, and you gotta grind and grind and grind. And that's what it is. You just gotta suffer and you suffer and you suffer, and it's a big suffering contest. Yeah, that's what your dream is, a big suffering contest where they reward the people who suffered the most. And you're only gonna get those things by suffering the most. When I put it like that, it really sounds ridiculous. And I wouldn't really do anything else. I didn't really. And here's the thing with stand-up is you're always around a lot of people. You're always around a lot of other comedians. So I felt like I was really socializing, and I had a lot of warmth and a lot of people in my life. And I'm not saying that I never did or that I don't, or I didn't meet great friends through doing that, but I kind of realized now I was kind of friends with everyone and no one, if you know what I mean. Excuse me here. Yeah. You're around people all the time, or I was, and it's just I feel like I knew everybody in passing, but I didn't really have a relationship with anyone. I wasn't close with anyone, you know? And it was easy to fool myself that I was, and that I was close with people. I have so many friends, but I think for a long time I had a million acquaintances and no real friends. And that's sad. And, by the way, during 99.9% of this time I was living as a guy. So life was miserable, and I wasn't in my real body, and I didn't like myself, and I didn't like life, and I didn't think I could enjoy a regular day, and, felt really angry at life. I now realize. And, felt really angry at life. I thought life was just against me. I thought I feel so bad all the time. This world must not be for me, because it certainly doesn't feel good to be in the way I am. And, I think for the longest time, I was doing stand-up specifically to be like, fuck you, I matter. Fuck you, I'm smart. Fuck you, I'm clever. Fuck you, I can enthrall this. Like, you think I'm nothing? Well, now I'm in the middle of this room, and I'm commanding everyone's attention, and I'm saying clever, interesting things. So I'm something. And, I never felt like something. Never. Never. I remember there was, for the longest time, I was like, if I could just get my name on the Comedy Store wall. If you don't know, in the Comedy Store, all the paid regulars, the people who are past to perform there, and it's the most exclusive comedy club in the world, all the names of all those people are printed on site. And I remember thinking, look, if I feel so not okay. I don't feel content at all, but if I could just get my name on the wall, I feel like I could finally feel okay. I don't think actually performing there would solve all my problems. Maybe I did. But if I could just earn that, I could fill in the piece of my soul that was missing. And I remember, guys, after I got past and I, lips shiny. You can always stop your heartfelt story to be vain. Anyway, I remember when they painted my name on that wall, I went and saw it, and I thought it would feel so good, and I just couldn't stop crying, you guys, because I still felt so bad inside. And, yeah. I think even in Montana, I did it briefly in Montana when I was living there, at the end of college, at the end of film school. I was doing some stand-up, and I think even then it was like, I felt so alien. Like I always saying like being trans and being in the wrong body, it's like being a ghost. You know, I didn't feel like I was living in a place. I felt like I was haunting one, and it hurt. Not to get too melodramatic, but it's like, remember in Pirates of the Caribbean where the guys are like, I'm cursed, and food doesn't have any taste and water doesn't quench my thirst, and that's what I felt like. And when I did it in Montana, and I was pretty good when I was in Montana. I was one of the best stand-ups in living in Montana. I don't mean to toot my own horn. But, and I kind of felt like, yeah, I'm on top of something. Look at me, everyone. And, I'm not feeling, now that I'm Fifi and now that I'm living the way I want to live and being honest in my body, that I need to go look at me so much anymore. I don't feel the need to prove my worth, because I feel sure of it. So, and I don't want to spend too much time on what I'm about to say, but because it's very negative and it bums me out that it happened and it did, but I think part of living a positive life is pointing out the negative things in it, and to kind of uncover, discover, discard, seeing a negative thing in my life and pointing it out, really seeing that it is there, and going, okay, well, I see that. I want to get rid of it. I can't get rid of something if I don't see it. And, so anything, I do my live stream at the store, and I go in the comments. They're all negative. I mean, not all. Just a couple of lovely people said, this is a great set, Fifi, great job. But just mostly negative. And, negative and transphobic. And, listen, here's the thing. I'm from the great state of South Dakota, everybody. You don't get more square and more rural and less, no disrespect to the lovely people of South Dakota, but nothing cool has ever or will happen there ever. That's a little disrespectful. But my point for bringing that up is, I'm still Facebook friends with most people in my class. I'm Facebook friends with most of their parents. So we're talking 60-year-olds. And, I'm not close with anyone in my class, everybody. I'm not. And frankly, I was not the friendliest, most approachable person when I was living in Aberdeen, South Dakota. I was pretty much an angry boy, pissed off about everything. So, suffice to say, I don't think I gave a lot of people a ton of reason to keep me in their life at the time who knew me at that time. When I came out as Fifi, so many people from my tiny little hometown, Siberia with IHOPs, little town. By the way, I take that back. My town didn't have an IHOP until, not big enough to have an IHOP, till about 2006. And guys, when they opened our IHOP, there was a line around the block. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like the Phantom Menace just came out. Or Infinity War, or whatever people wait in line to watch. And IHOP! And you know what? The big town in South Dakota, they have Red Lobsters. And because they have a Red Lobster, they think I'm a fucking hillbilly. They think a Red Lobster gives them carte blanche to call other people hillbillies. Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh. My point is, South Dakota is the squarest, most conservative, most rural, least with it, least connected to anywhere place you can imagine in the continental United States. And if everyone who I know who lives there, who did live there, and the generation that raised them reached out to me overwhelmingly to say how positive and wonderful and how happy they are that I'm living as a trans woman. And if you're from anywhere bigger and more cool and you have a problem with it, you are such a colossal fucking loser. I can't even imagine. Okay? The fucking church ladies are they're not only not clutching their pearls at me, they're happy for me, and they love watching me do what I do. Okay? The South Dakota Lutheran bake sale giant tub of Cheeto balls Bible study church ladies wearing hoodies from track meets, only Coach she owns is camouflage or hunter's orange. They think what I'm doing is great. And you motherfuckers go on my live stream and you're like, wah, 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 wah. I can't, you're sub Flanders in terms of your loserdom. Do you hear what I'm saying? And here's the thing. So then I go down, that's the live stream, right? Then I go down and we're doing comedy. Shh. Nobody tell Lord Newsom. He'll take the fun police and stomp it all out. No. He should. Someone has to protect us. Lord knows we're not going to do shit about it. Oh, protect me, California Daddy. Governor Newsom says I need a mask on my face because I've been bad and keeping it open too much. Anyway, so we go down and we do some stand-up. There's a little window into the showroom and a patio where people sit down, so they set up, and they can be open because it's a bar, and they set it all up to watch the window so people can do stand-up through the window at the people. Bada bing, bada boom. I go up there and I'm doing my set, and people, some people, look, a lot of people, I don't want to paint this as anything, a lot of people are laughing, but there's a definite whoa, I'm not about this to a lot of people, and some people were super lovely, and I made a ton of huge new fans, and that's great. But I'm doing my set, guy on the sidewalk walks by, starts doing this, starts booing me, starts saying get off stage, and I start fighting with him and heckling back, and here's the thing, you guys. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do an outlet of my creativity where I'm going to have to periodically fight. Or not even, let's say that happens 25% of the time I'm on stage. Let's say it happens, if that happened an eighth of the time I was on stage, I wouldn't want to do it. I just don't need it. No one is saying there are plenty of creative outlets where I don't have to deal with that shit at all, and I feel fulfilled. Okay? I don't, and you know what, the rush of performing, I haven't really, here's the thing, I would love to say that I've talked before about the benefits of offensive humor and why I believe in its value, but when I was delivering that to people, I have to admit, I was not I did not derive validation from going, I'm delivering something that's valuable. I feel so fulfilled. I got validation from performing stand-up because I went, fuck you, I'm funny. See, I proved I'm funny. See, I proved I'm funny. See? And I walk off and be like, yeah, I proved I'm funny. And then I'd just be running that, until next set. And I don't want to do it anymore. It's not, and I just don't. I like my humor a lot. Here's the thing. I like my sense of humor a lot. And it's just not I'm not generic. I don't think I'm too weird for the world. That can be dangerous for me when I'm well, I'm just too unique, and I'm just too this, and baby. And that's a really, that can be an excuse to just keep my life really small and be hey, I'm queen, and then just end up being well, I'm unhappy, and I'm operating from a self-defeatist attitude, but I'm queen of shit mountain, everyone. I don't believe I'm doing that. I've toured around mainstream comedy clubs in the country. I've performed at the best one regularly for years. And I think to me it's just obsolete, to just throw myself in front of in flesh and blood, to throw myself randomly in front of a random group of people who might angrily have a problem with me, or at worst, or they're just kind of like indifferent and stare at me like, huh? When I'm performing, it's at 2 a.m. all the damn time, and super, super late. It's not worth it. I can do humor here, and the people who don't like it, I don't hear about it. I don't care about it. Online, you find shit you like online, No one walked in a room and paid money with just kind of any expectation at all to watch Fifi Quest. Like, if you're watching this and you're staying beyond a microsecond, it's because you want to be here. And why wouldn't I do that? And I can do it from anywhere if that's what I want. Anywhere. Anywhere. And yeah, I don't want to say, and here's another thing. I haven't liked stand-up at all. I don't enjoy watching it. I don't enjoy watching specials. I don't enjoy really watching it live. I remember before COVID, I went and saw, I'm not going to say anybody's name, but I went and saw a comedian I really love, who to me is like the funniest person ever. I went and saw him do 45 minutes at a club, and I just like, okay, it just didn't do anything for me. And I think I fell in love with stand-up because I always felt trapped. I was grew up in a really rural-ass place, kind of not pre-internet, but like the internet didn't really become a thing until I was in high school, really. That's how old I am, Zoomers. We had goddamn America Online back in the day. We used to have this Mac where, like, to use a CD-ROM, first of all, we had CD-ROMs to install stuff, but you wouldn't even inject a disc into your computer. You would put it in, like, the disc in a cartridge and put the cartridge into a computer. That was my first computer. You kids today, what do you're doing TikToks with the, Illuminati chips they implanted in your arm at birth now, or whatever you're doing. And, why was I talking about that? My first computer, my first thing. Oh, yeah, I felt so stifled growing up, so I think, and again, made to go to Catholic school, lived in a square place, didn't have access to the outside world so much. It was still really nascent, is that how you say that word? I don't know. But, so when I would hear comedians, like hear Bill Hicks or someone, or like Patton Oswalt in college, or like I remember David Cross after 9/11, hearing them talk about the way I did, it just blew my mind. It was just like, wow, people are, saying this kind of crazy stuff. No one in Aberdeen talks like this. I'm really onto something crazy. And, here's the thing. I'm 33 years old, and nothing people, I think, can say in that format is gonna blow my mind anymore. Like, I've listened to all of Bill Hicks, I've watched Zeitgeist a million times, I heard about QAnon, and I went yawn about the whole damn thing, like, yeah, I get it. Secret satanic pedophiles, what is this, the 80s again? Yeah, maybe they're in your daycare center, QAnon. Write old Ronnie Reagan a letter about it. So, my point is it just doesn't really do anything for me anymore. And furthermore, I'm not that interested in kind of comedy. I mean, I still like movies and TV, but I got super into entertainment, comedy specifically, because I needed to escape. I felt trapped and I needed to escape. Escape was the most important thing for me. And I don't want to escape anymore, you guys. I want to be here. I want to be here in life and here in my body. Here in my life. And, so you know what? I decided I'm not, and here's the thing too, I don't like who I am when I'm performing stand-up. I don't like that person. I don't like going, fuck you, I'm funny. I don't like feeling adversarial and defensive. I don't like it. I don't like myself that way. I like myself this way. I like myself this way a lot. I don't like being up at 2 a.m, feeling defensive and angry and dark and around drunk people, and I don't like it. You know what I like doing? I like getting up in the morning and I like filling the house with the smell of a good breakfast, and I like lighting a yummy candle first thing in the morning so I get a yummy comforting scent, and I like playing music while I get ready and make coffee and dancing around to myself and playing show tunes and and country songs and goofing around, and I like putting together a nice outfit. I like putting one outfit on going, no, that's not right for today. And then I like putting another cute outfit on. I'm like, damn, that's just right for the mood today. It felt fun picking it out and putting it on. I like looking at myself in the mirror and be like, Fifi, you look like a sexy little pile of leaves today. That's what I like, and I like cooking meals with my friends, and I like being outside, and that's what I like. And just one more thing about stand-up I want to say is I've spent all of my first year as a trans woman traipsing around red states. I've been to the town of Beaver, Utah 4 times in 2 months. Excuse me real quick. Jeez, sorry, my shower curtain fell down. My shower curtain rod fell down again. That's what that was. I've stayed in hotels in Utah. I've passed through rural Nevada. I've spent a lot of time in Montana. I've spent time in Colorado. I hung out in Zion National Park, and a dude from Arizona, not exactly, doesn't come to mind as a trans-friendly state. Hung out and talked to him and had the nicest little conversation. I've felt more visible, more out in the world as a trans woman than I ever have, and I did it in a lot of, this year. I felt more in the populace this year than I ever have. All through places where you, like, conventional wisdom would assume, well, if you go there, then it's going to be, and you know what? I've gotten nothing but positivity back. When I'm doing stand-up, I get so much negativity back, and I give so much out. So it's not just like, well, this is what it's like being a visible trans woman. It's not like that. I've been being a visible trans woman all this year. And I get positivity. When I go in the world of stand-up, I get negativity. So this is not the populace. This is something else. What stand-up was for me for a long time, what comedy really was for a long time for me, was I hate life. And what's keeping me alive is little bubbles of Neil Brennan has this great analogy I like where he co-created Chappelle's show. He has this great analogy I like where he goes like, sometimes I feel like I'm drowning and a joke is like another breath of air. I don't feel like I'm drowning anymore, you guys, and I'm sorry if you're drowning. And I hope you get those breaths of fresh air, those bubbles of air that you need to get you to a better place. I hope I gave you some of that. Hope I gave you a lot of that, but I can't be where people are drowning anymore. I just can't. Work too hard to be. And, gosh, you guys, so I think I might just focus on writing, but here's the thing. I don't really know what I'm going to do as a career. Maybe I want to be a full-time podcaster and a full-time YouTuber. Maybe that's where I want to set my intention. Maybe I want to do something completely different. I'm thinking about moving back to Montana. And for a long time all this weekend I've been really sad because I kind of came to this realization, and I had built my whole damn life around doing stand-up comedy. And to be like it does, to face that I don't like it anymore. And it doesn't bring me joy and actually is bringing me pain. Look, I don't care what it is. To take a big thing out of your life, it hurts, even if it's a crappy thing. Not that it's a crappy thing, it is for me now. But once I feel that loss, I feel a whole lot of room for a lot of things that do serve me and bring me joy, and where I can help other people too. And really, really make a positive difference on the world. And bring something helpful and good to it. And really make the world a better place. I don't need to save the world, but I can do my part to make things a better place. So, I don't know, you guys. And here's the thing, I have every confidence I will figure. More will be revealed to me about where I'm supposed to be. But you know what? Sometimes when you clean out a hoarder house, you can be a little sad because maybe you're in an empty house, but for a while. But I know I'll fill it up with wonderful things. And maybe for today, it's enough to be like, it's more than enough to be like, wow, if you really cleaned out all that crap in that hoarder house. So I don't know, you guys. Maybe I will go back up. Maybe I'll stay here and make movies and TV shows and get up at a reasonable hour, spend a regular day just goofing around with friends and making fun things that bring people joy and laughter. And then maybe I'll go home at night and make a wonderful dinner with a boyfriend or a husband, or just for myself, or have friends over. And then go to sleep early and happy and feel content. Or maybe I'll move away. Maybe I'll go up to Bozeman and I'll go snowshoeing and cross-country skiing and hiking and camping in the summer. And I'll see friends up there that I haven't seen in a long time, and it'll be like, hey guys, remember me when I couldn't be that great a friend because I couldn't be a friend to myself? Well, Now I can be a great friend to... Now I can be a great friend. Maybe that's what it is. But I just have every belief that all this will happen, and it's one day at a time, and I will get there. I don't feel like I'm saying goodbye to the dream. I feel like I'm saying hello to it. So, I think that's the podcast, you guys. That's it for this week. I really love you all a lot, and I appreciate all you listening so much. As always, if you guys want to share this around to your friends, if you like the show, and you want to tell your friends about it, I would really love that. Because this feels really valuable to me, and, you people have contacted me, it seems to be valuable to you too, in its way. So, if you want to share it around so I can, be of most service to people, I would appreciate that. And as always, if you want to email me at fifiquestpodcast@gmail.com, I will absolutely talk to you. A couple people have reached out to me about gender stuff, or just life stuff, and I'm always down to talk, because life is cool, full of cool people, and it's always cool to meet more. So, I think that's it for today. Goodbye.